Woo! I almost didn't make it back. I remembered I had something downstairs, and I'm like, I gotta go get it.
I saw that.
Seconds.
I was nervous. We had like 5 seconds, and you weren't in your chair. I was like, "What's going on? Is he not going to be?"
Yeah. Nope. I
made it right in time.
Back up just in time. I'm here. Hi.
Hello there, and welcome to Black Series Cantina episode 94. This is going to be a little different. We are not doing our normal full episode where we do listener emails and everything and the Patreon intro. We're just going straight into the episode, and we're going to cover the Star Wars Celebration reveals, and then 2 weeks from now we're going to cover the May 4th reveals on that Friday or that Monday, depending on whenever they do it. We aren't exactly sure, but I love Star Wars Celebration so far. I think we're going to get more stuff tonight and all of that, more information about what's
we could have
in
live breaking stuff. We could have live breaking stuff as we're recording.
We could. And we're live to everybody, not just Patreon members. So we have some people who've been chatting. Commander Cook, thanks for joining. Ethan and Landspeeder Luke in the chat so far. So if you're in there, let us know how you felt about Star Wars Celebration so far. But just kind of overall, like, Mike, how are you? Like, does Star Wars Celebration week, like, how does it just make you feel?
Honestly, good. I feel like, obviously I like new Star Wars stuff, right? I'm a Star Wars fan. I like new Star Wars stuff. But I also feel like it's kind of like Christmas for Star Wars fans, not in the sense that we're getting stuff, but in the sense that there is like a nice spirit of community and togetherness. Like, we all like Star Wars. We're all here. Even though you might not like the same Star Wars I like, we all still like Star Wars, and we can celebrate that and come together and sing our little Star Wars Christmas carols and celebrate getting stuff and if things will actually happen, who knows?
And yet Ethan put in the comment, Celebration feels like it came early this year, and it does kind of. Is it normally ever in April?
It was in May, the last one I did. I feel like it has been in April before. I feel like the UK one was in April 2 years ago when Andor was coming out. I feel like it was.
That makes sense. April 2023 is what Landspeeder says. But the thing about Star Wars Celebration, the only thing that I don't get super excited for, and I think this is Lucasfilm's fault, is the movie announcements, because at this point we just never know. Like, we never know if they're gonna even make it to a trailer.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter if they bring an actor out on stage. Does it mean anything? Not until we have a trailer. Not until they have a date set where you can buy tickets. That's when I get excited for a new Star Wars movie.
What's up, Star Wars Marshall? You know, we have to get Star Wars Marshall on a Black Series Cantina show.
Sure.
He's kind of become a sort of like a good friend of mine through TikTok. He's got 10,000 TikTok followers, so go follow him.
I mean, he's the Marshall of Star Wars. Like, come on.
Yeah, he absolutely is. But yeah, like we never really know. So until we get like a trailer, you know, with Lucasfilm these days, I feel like that's when we're actually getting this movie. And there was a trailer. There was a Mandalorian trailer. I got in trouble on TikTok for posting it. But
why don't they just show us?
Exactly. I don't understand.
Just show us. Come on.
Yeah, I don't understand showing people at the celebration, knowing it's gonna leak, like knowing it's gonna go. It never doesn't leak. We always see the trailer. We've seen the Andor trailers before
deserve it to
they
be
come
leaked.
out. Exactly.
I don't like this. I don't like this trailer gatekeeping.
Like unless they legit think, oh, we're gonna keep this. And we're gonna keep it hush hush until May 4th or whenever we're ready to reveal it. Like, just show it to everybody. Post it on YouTube.
Just show it to us, you cowards.
Yes, Marshall. I saw the mall trailer. It looks pretty good. Mike hasn't, but I sent it to him. Hopefully, the TikTok video.
I'll watch it after. I get the gist. Of it. Look, it's more Darth Maul. It's animated. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad that it exists. I'm just like, I don't know. It's something I can watch at some point. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But what else out of Star Wars Celebration?
You mean besides the figures? You mean besides the figures?
Besides the figures.
Besides the figures.
Here in a little bit.
I mean, you know, I do like. So, I've long thought that Star Wars needs a movie that's not tied to anything. Like, doesn't have any existing characters. You don't have to worry about like when it takes place. You can just watch it, go in fresh, and enjoy. And it seems like that's what Star Wars Starfighter might be, with Ryan Gosling as the lead. Come on, I'm pretty pumped for that. Again, assuming we get it, assuming it happens. You don't bring Ryan Gosling out on stage, in my opinion, without something to back it up. But we'll see. I also did like seeing, like, you know, they brought Hayden out, they brought Sam Wilson on the stage. It's nice seeing those people get love. You know, it's great seeing that.
Yep, but you also never really know because they did pull Daisy Ridley out on stage, and we had that movie's on its third.
Her movie's still happening. So. It's on its fourth director or something, but they haven't canceled it. In fact, they've actually said they haven't canceled a lot of them. There are some they have, but there are a lot of movies they still haven't canceled. They're just waiting for like the show, like Taika Waititi to work on it. Basically, it's like they're not canceled. They're still happening. It's just not happening right now.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. I think maybe 6 months ago I saw Taika Waititi did an interview where he said, "Yeah, I'm still like kind of doing my draft."
Yeah,
like you're still doing your draft and you've already got the movie announced. Like, shouldn't Lucasfilm know like the draft? Shouldn't they have the draft and then approve?
I don't know. I feel like they're like, Taika wants to do a Star Wars movie. Sure, like whatever. And he's like, cool, I'll get around to it. And you know, same thing with Rian Johnson. As far as I know, his trilogy is still happening, but he's too busy doing the Knives Out movies and like Poker Face TV show.
Yeah, he signed like a decade deal with Netflix.
Yeah.
I don't think we're ever gonna get that trilogy.
Not for a while, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe they're just trying to separate themselves as far as they can from like the sequel hate and all that.
Honestly, that could be a strategy. Is like they're not canceling it, but they're giving enough time to do it. Yeah.
So Luke makes a good point. Maybe like they temporarily like license music for the con only, but
yeah.
But like if it's just a trailer, wouldn't it be just like the Star Wars music in the trailer?
Don't they own that? Don't they own that?
I don't know how all that works, but
yeah. So it's sad that we're not in Japan right now. I just want to pull that Band-Aid off. We really tried, but when tickets sold out instantly, like we were really prepared for it. Like we had some money saved, but then it's like, okay, if we did get the tickets, Can we get a hotel room? Can we get flights? Like how fast will this book?
Yeah.
And we don't know Japan, so it's like, let's not. Let's
And
not.
it was so far out. We were like, we might have some life events, and it ended up
Like
working
I
out
do.
because you're literally moving. In the process.
As you can see behind me, I'm removing toys from my shelf as the days go because I am actively moving to a completely different state.
But you're going to be a lot closer to me.
True.
So.
True. Ken Plume's in chat. Ken, I'm about to get my own Ollies, so cool.
Yeah, I don't need anything from Ollie's, but I did go to Ross hunting down a Shawn Michaels STCC exclusive.
Oh, I meant to go. There's like 3 Rosses around here. I meant to go to one to see, but I didn't. So.
All good. If you ever just pop in.
Sure.
It seems like that specific figure is very rare to find in Ross. Like, it's not popping up at most of them because it was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. It goes for an
it's
insane
weird
amount
that's showing up at Ross. Market.
Yeah, and it's going to Ross. Like, so that just shows like distribution for that was terrible.
Well, I mean, it was a Comic-Con exclusive. There's no distribution for that other than Comic-Con.
Yeah, but that just shows shows how good Hasbro does their distribution. Because if you can get it, if it's a con exclusive, normally you can also get it on Pulse.
True.
So there's 2 different ways.
Well, and we'll talk about that later today.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that.
That's actually insane. But I am excited to talk about all the figures that I've had show up. So
you want to get into fine editions? Yeah, let's do it. Before we do,
to my collection.
Oh, so I got to play it a second time in a second?
No, you're good. We'll just leave it. But before you do, I did want to just shout out to all of our Patreon members who are watching us live. Normally, they're the only people in chat, but like you said, we are joined by pretty much everyone because we always do that with the big announcements like Comic-Cons and stuff. So I see like Plethos in chat. We've got some VIP members. We got some Patreon supporters in chat. I just want to shout them out.
Yep.
They're cool people. If you want to join us on Patreon, it helps out the channel. It helps us out with the finances and stuff, but you don't have to. We're just happy to be here. Let's talk about the toys that we spent too much money on this week.
Let's do it. You want to go first?
Yeah, why not? I don't have too much, but I do have stuff. So first, I did a mistake. Last episode, I talked about all the zombie stuff I got for my birthday. And I decided to take one of my Mythic Legions knights and turn it into a zombie. And I was like, well, I really like that. So I bought 2 more knights that I didn't have the colors for, the evil red and evil purple. So I'm going to turn those into zombies because I've got a bunch of extra zombie parts. I also did from Toylanta, from a friend of mine, Alpha Magnus. You can follow him on stuff. He got me the Toylanta Mythic Legion, Cosmic Legions exclusive. It's like a GI Joe, like it's like Roadblock kind of esque, but it's also just their.
I thought it was like a third party GI Joe type deal.
It's 4 Horsemen Mythic Legions. I dig it. So I got that, and then also he sent me. Hold on. This is what I read downstairs to get. He has like a 3D printing business stuff. And it's called Toby Toys, I think. Do I have? Hold on. I want to show the card out because what he sent me is pretty cool. So yeah, it's Toby Toys. So you can look that up. But he sent me. He 3D printed. I'm pretty sure he's a 3D printed these fun little McDonald's Halloween pails, the little Halloween bucket pals for my figure, 6-inch scale. Like they got removable helmets or lids and stuff. They're awesome. Like three little orange pumpkins, the green witch, and then the white ghost.
Oh,
I am super excited to have that. So thank you very much. Shout out to Alpha Magnus. Okay, cool. I still haven't found a shipper in my area for Walmart. However, last night, Cody was showing up in stock on Walmart.com.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, they haven't shipped yet. They don't even look like the shipping anytime soon. It just says like pre-ordered, like nothing else. So I was like, cool, I'll order them, see what happens. And they're like, oh, you'll get them tomorrow. As much sense as that makes. So I did get my Cody's from there. The dumb thing though is they did ship it to me in a paper bag. Now normally I don't care. I'm just gonna open it anyway. But you can see like it's pretty mangled, and I
Yeah.
do want one pristine to hang up on my wall. But the bubbles all scratched up. It's mangled, and the other one I got. Come here. Is actually in better shape. Not great, but in better shape. But then I was looking at it, and his little, I don't know if you can see it, his little shoulder antenna is
Yeah.
actually bent back behind him.
That's super
So
unfortunate.
yeah, so I'm returning this one no matter what. And then this is the one I guess I'll open. So thanks Walmart for being you, I guess. I also did get from, where did I get these from? Amazon.
Toy
Amazon.
Snowman?
No,
No.
I
Amazon?
unfortunately didn't get anything from Toy Snowman. He's been I feel so bad. He's been sending me messages of pictures like, "Hey, you got this yet?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just got that." Like, he's been just behind the curve with me recently. But I did pick these up from Amazon. I did get the Krennic, which is just a face upgrade, but I don't know. Now I might return it. We'll see. I don't know if I care about it anymore. But then I also did get
Right?
yeah, I also did get the Cassian. And this is basically just, I mean, the Cassian looks fine, but like it's a cool looking TIE fighter pilot. So that's
Yep.
what he's going to be on my shelf. And then the last three things I got, I believe you also got. Do you want to do them at the same time?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. It'll segue into mine.
Yeah. So GameStop got these in stock, ready to ship, and I know a couple people that jumped on them. A friend of the show, Brian, a Patreon supporter, I hung out with him the other night on Monday night. He was here in San Diego for a concert, but we did get the Sebulba, the Shakti.
Justin also secured these from GameStop.
Yeah, and then the Luminar Unduli. They all three of them look fantastic, but I do agree with you. Sebulba could be a figure of the year contender just by looking at him. Just looking at him, he looks really good. Like just the detailing, the paint. I'm in a tough bind right now because I'm taking stuff off my shelf and getting new stuff. I have an aversion. I don't really want to open them up. You know?
Yeah, if you're gonna have to just move them already.
I'll have to move them. Yeah, so I don't know. I might open them up and then put them back in the boxes, but I might just hold on to them in box and wait until I move, and then once I get my new like toy room set up, then jump into like doing reviews and
then you could do just like a giant stream of unboxing all your
figures and all. Yeah, honestly I could, but yeah, it's real tough. Like it takes a lot of the joy away from opening up knowing that I'm just going to immediately have to put it back away. So like it's a little easier just saying, you know what, I'm not going to open it at all. I'm just going to enjoy it in the box for a little bit. Yeah.
But so yeah, similar to you, of course, I also got the Shakti, Luminara, and Sebulba from GameStop when they popped up in stock. Sebulba looks, and I literally got these in the mail probably 2.5 hours ago, and I just now opened the shipping box that they came in before.
Yeah, I watched you.
Yeah. So I haven't had a chance to mess around with them, but just looking at them through the plastic of the packaging, they look absolutely incredible. And I know Mr. Coffee from Figure Ball has been really hyping up the Luminara. He said that might be his favorite figure this year, and just like the gold plating, like just the way it looks, like the way like that is shining off of her, like that little ribbon thing, the skirt piece that goes down the middle, and like her wrist gauntlets, the bronze and gold colors. It's really striking, and it's really awesome. And then Shakti, the face paint on this is absolutely incredible, like the gold, stuff she wears on her head. So I'm really excited to dig into these figures. These are probably some of the most hyped reveals, in a while.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But I'll do this aside from figures. I went to Cinemark and secured my Revenge of the Sith popcorn tin and massive cup for the episode 3 anniversary, which I am super excited is coming back into theaters. I've been talking about, episode 3 anniversary ever since we started this podcast, and this is like my peak time. I am
This
living
is
for
it.
this.
This is
it.
why you exist.
Yeah, it's gonna be sad. Like whenever this is all over and like we get the figures from it, and then we're moving on. It's like, can we just relive the episode 3 20th anniversary? But it's
You don't
gonna be
want it to
awesome.
end. Are you gonna be a little sad when you're sitting in theaters and the credits roll, the da 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 da, and
Probably,
a little tear rolling down your eye? Like,
Well, I'll just walk to the booth and buy another ticket, and I'm like, next showing, please.
how many times are you gonna see it in theaters?
Well, I was thinking, I was just gonna go the one because it's my brother-in-law's birthday is on April 25th, so we have like a group of 8 people going.
Yeah.
But then Fig Fury mentioned that he's gonna see it in like Super X, like XD, whatever that's called. Like where it's
What, the 40X?
the 40X, yeah.
Oh no, I refuse to see another movie in 40X.
Why is it like too loud or what is it?
No, I watched Godzilla -1 in 40X, and I got the ever living crap beat out of me because it like punches you in the back anytime something happens. I did not have a fun time.
Well, I don't know if he's talking about 40X, but
40X, like your whole seat moves, and there's like wind, and it sprays you with water, and again, just didn't have a fun time.
Oh well, I don't know if he said 40X. I think he just said maybe like, I don't know, like the best quality you can watch it in, and I might go do that at one of our really good theaters. Because I'm just going to like a normal theater. It's not a fancy theater or anything. So I might do that. I'll consider it if I just have any extra free time. But it is actually pretty. I might get emotional talking about it because I don't think I've talked about it on this pod yet. My dad took my sister and I to go see episode 3 when it came out back in 2005, of course. Well, my dad and my sister are both going to this showing, and we're going to the same theater that we went to see it at all those years ago. So pretty emotional moment for me, pretty sentimental, pretty awesome in my opinion. But yeah, moving on to the figures now. Everybody's known I've been filling out the Degeneration X invasion scene, and I finally completed it. I got the Triple H with the microphone there, which is pretty cool to close that out. And that's the only non-Star Wars thing. I did get Captain Rex, the new Phase 1.
Nice. Yeah, that's
the
one
Ahsoka show, right?
Yeah, I don't have that one yet. Yeah.
Yeah, this one, it's really good, except what I don't like about it, this hair on it, look how yellow that is.
Yeah, it's pretty yellow.
It's a
like
really
it's not even blonde.
yellow.
It's, you know what it reminds me of is the SH figure arts like Dragon Ball Z, where it's like gold and or whatever, or like the Star Wars, Luke Skywalker's always have like gold hair instead of like yellow hair.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
So the Phase 2 is the paler one. Like that looks good. Like that's what it should be. So
yeah,
the helmet is definitely staying on the Phase 1 Rex. But I think it just looks better like that anyways. I usually have... The Phase 2 Rex is the only clone that I display without the helmet by choice. This clone that you see without the helmet, the only reason he doesn't have a helmet on is because I lost the helmet somewhere. And I don't know where it is.
No, what did you do?
I know. The Carpet Monster got it. I don't know where that helmet is, so I just put him on the end of the line, and he's got the helmet off. But we have Joby1 in the chat also.
What's up, Joby1?
Everybody knows he was the inspiration for the
Stanikin.
The Stanikin. Yeah, so appreciate that. My mouse is dead, so it's going to be hard for me to do the sharing stuff. But
I believe in you.
Okay, there we go. It's working again. All right. Next figure, and of course, to go with the Captain Rex, I did secure the new Anakin, and I've already got the...
I see you did the swap.
I definitely did the swap because I tried with the new body. Or not the new body, of course. The newer figure with the soft goods. And I think in theory, trying the soft goods was a good idea by Hasbro. But it just didn't work on this figure.
It looks like garbage in the package. I'll say that.
Yeah, and you have to, the belt, I feel like sits a little high. You really have to pull that down. And even when you do, like the soft goods are just really hard to lay, nice. And it just looks kind of awkward. And I honestly, I've never been the biggest fan of this body. It's grown on me over the years, like the plastic on this. Um, it just looks, I feel like it looks a little awkward, but I don't know, putting the live action head on it just makes it so much better.
Yeah, well, I feel
So,
like that's what we should have gotten in the first place. A head that looks more like that instead of whatever they
yeah,
gave us.
yeah. Like actually just make it a head and face without
Yeah,
just change the hair
right.
but instead back then we got the Michael Cera Black Series head,
Whoever that is. I don't know who that is, but it's not Anakin.
right?
Yeah.
Far from Anakin. And we got Brian.
It might make a
chat.
good Jason Solo head. If anyone wanted to make a Jason Solo.
Yeah, maybe. Could be. What else? What else do I have? Oh. So funny story about this one. I got a Moma Naden figure.
Why?
And I paid $41 for it after shipping. Even though I already have one.
Why did you get another one?
So, I missed the pre-order on the Tobey Maguire Venom Spider-Man from Spider-Man 3, right?
Uh-huh.
From Amazon. And I was like, well, Big Bad has it. I might as well just place an order, eat the extra cost of it just to secure it. Well, I got it. And I noticed I had a charge from Big Bad Toy Store on my credit card. And I was like, since when did Big Bad start charging for pre-orders? Like, that's unlike them. I've never had that happen before. And then, like 2 days went by. And I was like, I was just expecting it to fall off. Like, maybe this is a new thing they're doing, like Walmart does.
Mm-hmm.
But it never did. And I was typing up an email. And I was like, hold on. Let me just make sure, like, go check the website. Apparently, I had a Moma Naden in my cart while I pre-ordered the Tobey Maguire, and I didn't realize it because both figures on Big Bad were $34.99. So I just assumed that the charge I saw was the Tobey Maguire for some reason, and I had no idea that I was charged for the Moma Naden.
I don't even understand how that happens, honestly. That's wild.
Yeah, I did not see it in my cart. I'm going to blame like a glitch. I did not see that in my cart. I have no idea how. I don't ever remember adding it to my cart a long time ago, but I guess it was sitting in my cart. And I added Toby, checked out, placed order without seeing a total of, damn near $80, after shipping and all that. So, but I can return it. I'm going to return it to him. I got to pay, shipping to get it back to him, but it'll be worth getting my $30+
At least $30 back, yeah.
Yeah. Army building Moma Naden. How about that?
Is that what's happening? It's a clone of our Moma clones.
Right. But that's it for Black Series. But I did grab. So Mr. Coffee gave me an incredible deal on this is the SHF Kenobi Vader that I considered getting when it was announced, but I never pulled the trigger. But he gave me a deal, 70 shipped with a $20+ custom OT Customs cape. And this is like a $110 figure on the secondary market, and he gave it to me for $70. I sent him 10 extra bucks.
It's a good deal.
Yeah, I sent him 80 because I was like, I feel like I'm ripping him off, and I don't like that. So I sent him 80 just to, just for like a thank you sort of thing. But I messed with this at Wilbon's house, and I fell in love with it. It just, like, the look of it, the quality, like, the way it feels, it's so worth, especially, like, the $70 or $80 I got it for.
Sure.
Absolutely, like, a steal. And it's just fun messing around with the figure. It's also overwhelming opening, like, this Vader, because there's so many alternate hands, and you have the alternate head, and you have the alternate chest piece. Like, of course, I always say, like, in Black Series, I would love to have more accessories, but at the same time, when I get a figure like this, it's kind of overwhelming. Like, there's too many hands for me.
I feel like there's a point where it's too many accessories. Like, I want more than like one or two accessories they give us for the most part, but I don't want like 20 accessories. I want maybe one alternate set of hands. I want maybe one alternate head. I want maybe one more blaster or something.
Yeah, that's why every time I get a Dragon Ball Z figure in, like the SHF Dragon Ball Z, I just don't know. I almost like it just freezes me in a way. Like there's too
Yeah.
many options to deal with. But
Choice paralysis is a real thing.
choice paralysis, there you go. That's exactly it. But I genuinely do think that this is like the
Yeah.
definitive 6-inch Darth Vader.
I like that he can hold on to his belt, and it's such a stupid thing, but I love that that's like a thing Vader does. It's not a thing Anakin did. It's a thing that Darth Vader does. Like you never saw Anakin walk around with his hands on his belt, just going like, "Well, Ahsoka, like I reckon," like nope. But Vader does.
But it's kind of odd that this is the Kenobi Vader, and it comes with the, of course, the battle damaged helmet, also with Hayden underneath, and you can swap out the chest panel. But I just love it as a normal Vader.
They did Hayden and not Shaw, huh? Mistake.
You can get out of here. You can just go ahead and leave. But I did follow Justin's path. He got the SHF Stormtroopers because they're sculpted like they are in the original trilogy. Like they have that look. And since I have the Death Star display, I really kind of wanted to upgrade that a little bit. So I got 2 of these SHF Stormtroopers, and I got them for $50 each on Ami, I think, or no,
that's
Plaza Japan.
$100. That would have been 4 Black Series Stormtroopers. Is it twice as good as a Black Series Stormtrooper?
It's not twice as good. It's honestly, it's like quadruple. It's like quadruple good, if I'm being honest.
All right.
But obviously you have to pay more for it, but I think it's worth it because you get alternate hands. You get the option to add, like this comes off the holster.
The belt, yeah, the holster.
The holster comes off, so you have the option. You can plug it there. And also, I wouldn't army build these. I personally wouldn't spend, that much on like 6 or 8 of these, like my Stormtrooper army. I'm totally good with those being Black Series, but specifically for the Death Star display, because I have the nice black acrylic flooring, and the Death Star walls behind it, it only felt right to have, like, and if Black Series, if the Stormtrooper looked like they did in A New Hope and not have like the Rogue One, and a lot of mine have like, they're a little warped in the helmet, which I haven't really fixed. So it was nice to get the premium upgrade for these 2, just for that Death Star display. And
yeah, I agree. I think you do have that nice display. So having like the best possible versions of figures in it is a good option for sure.
Yeah,
it's only right.
Yeah, so that's kind of my. I think that's all my fine additions.
All right.
Yeah, there we go. So some excellent fine additions for the shelf. While we have a good amount of people in here, we will do another quick Patreon plug. We host a podcast, and if this is your first time joining us via this YouTube live, normally we don't do this. We don't live stream to everybody. We only live stream to our Patreon members. So you can go to patreon.com/Black Series Cantina and help us out there, and you can join us every other week. We record a podcast live, or you can just go to your Apple Podcast or Spotify, listen to us on your trip to work or whatever you're doing around the house. We're an audio platform. We just like doing these things for big events, like Mike said earlier. But there we go. Star Wars Marshall, appreciate it. No worries. But we are not doing listener emails today.
Why not? We have 2. We have 2 listener emails.
We have 2?
We have 2.
All right, we can do some emails. All right, let me pull them up.
We got Aaron Cook, and his is real quick. I'll read his real fast. His is a question for each of you to answer individually. If you could spend a whole day with one character from Star Wars, who would it be? Note, if the character is a bad guy, for example, Darth Vader, he won't try to kill or hurt you. So whoever you want to spend, my answer is easy. Chewbacca. That's it. Chewbacca.
So to spend, how long are we spending with this person?
A day. It says a day. 1 day.
Ula.
Okay. Weird, but sure.
Hey, double fist?
Nope.
Double fist?
Nope.
You're not gonna.
You're not him on this one.
I'm not him on this one. Come on. That's like.
One.
All right, fine. What about Padme in episode 2 in the fire scene. You know, the
You're
black
just,
dress.
dude. You're not dating them. You're
Double
not. No,
fist.
you're just spending the day with them. You're hanging out with them. You're making it weird. You're making it weird.
Why wouldn't I want to hang out with Padme all day? Look,
I mean, you got a point. She's cool. She's a cool girl. She's a cool girl. I'll give you that.
I guess.
Thanks for that email, Aaron. No, what do you?
Yeah,
you do a serious answer.
Serious answer.
Anakin Skywalker.
Man, Force Ghost Anakin.
It's Hayden Christensen. You just want to hang out with Hayden. You have a cute little boy crush on Hayden. I know that. It's cute.
Facts. You know, I'm gonna stick with my answer. I'm going Padme. I'm spending all day.
Padme? No, it's a good answer. It's a good answer.
Yeah, I'm going Padme.
Yeah.
But also, shout out to Commander Cook for securing me.
That going gooner on us.
Shout out to Commander Cook for that email and for securing me 2 Commander Cody's at his Walmart. And
look at that.
He's going to give them to me at ICC.
Yours are better than mine.
I was considering asking him to return them and then ordering them online, but then after seeing yours, I'm like, I'm gonna stick with the Commander.
No, you know what you're getting there. Yeah, for sure.
Like, he sent me a picture of perfect card back.
Yeah,
figure looks good. So, but yeah, Commander Cook, thanks for them. Are we doing the other email real quick?
Yeah, so one other one from Jordan Gasly. It's a bit of a long email, so I don't know if we'll do the whole thing, but basically he has really nice things to say about me, and he thinks that you're kind of a steaming pile of poop. So I didn't say it. He said that. So Jordan Gasly, I mean, I get it.
I read this one yet?
He does say that he enjoyed the episode with Ken Plume, who's in chat right now, and that Mike said his opinion of the line stems from Star Wars as a whole. Like my opinion of Black Series stems from Star Wars as a whole, and he couldn't agree more. He's seen some toxicity thrown into this Star Wars project or that, where it seems like it was cool. The cool thing to not like Star Wars. So he just likes that we're positive for the most part, without being overly positive, but we don't just hate stuff to hate stuff. Like if we don't like something, we just kind of ignore it. We just don't talk about it. Which I think is kind of the healthy thing to do. So a lot of it's just a lot of that and very nice things to do. And he also, though, wants to know how we haven't put Doc Ondar in the Black Series Hall of Fame yet. That's a fair question.
That is a fair question.
That's a fair question.
That figure did come with a lot. It was also pretty pricey.
Yeah,
but it's
for sure.
It's probably worth it.
I mean, I'm not saying we're never going to put Doc Ondar in there, but I'll be honest. I'd put Hammerhead in there before I put Doc Ondar in there. I just would. Like,
yeah, just for a character.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Jordan's here. Thanks for the email.
Hey, look at that. Jordan's in the chat too. Look at that. Yeah, I feel like he's a great figure, and he definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame at some point because he does come with some great accessories. Love the world building stuff. And he was the first Ithorian. But at the same time, Mama Naden, he's Hammerhead.
Yeah. But also the accessories that come with Doc Ondar are so much better.
Oh, I agree. Plus, he has that cool little Jesus outfit on.
Yeah. Also,
which is Easter appropriate.
You know why I might be against Doc Ondar being in the Hall of Fame? Or not Doc Ondar, Moma Naden being in the Hall of Fame.
Okay. Because you got 2 of them?
No.
Because you bought an extra one?
That's a good choice. But seeing that the TVC got the big blaster.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
right?
TVC got the big blaster and a staff. And the Stormtrooper blaster that the original figure came with.
But we got 3 cups.
We got another set
E11.
of the same 3 cups that we've had like 4 times now. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
So
yeah, Hasbro.
Just seeing that there's so many missed opportunities with the figure. Like the figure itself is great. There's a lot of sculpted detail. There's a lot of paint washing on there, which is really nice.
Yeah, no, he's good. Yeah. He's good. Yeah,
it's like a step short. You know what I mean? It's a
Yeah.
little. So I don't know. But while we have Fig Fury, Unk Fig, in the chat, I wanted to ask, what are you seeing at Revenge of the Sith in? Because I was trying to say, like, I know it's one of them really fancy ones, like 4DX. What was it called? So Fig, let us know in the comments. But yeah, so
94 says he's waiting for a Kenna repaint of Momal, and I am right there with you, 100%. Waiting for that Kenna repaint.
So now that we're out of the email segment, the quick one for this fast podcast, shoot us an email, blackseriescantina@gmail.com, and then in 2 weeks when we cover the May the 4th reveals, we'll be doing more emails, and maybe we'll do another live event for May the 4th. You never know. Depending on what they reveal and how hype it is, I guess. But with that being said, do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No, let's talk about the figures. I want to talk about the figures. Are we going to talk about the figures that weren't part of the panel first? Or are we going to jump into the panel? That's what I want to know.
That's a good point, because I totally forgot to pull up the figures that are not part of the panel.
You dummy! You dummy!
let's do those first.
Yeah. You pull up your like Instagram or something.
Yeah.
These were wild because they announced like I think they just had them on display. They didn't like do an official announcement
at the Hasbro booth.
They had 3 figures we hadn't seen before, and earlier in the day, Yak Face was like, "Hey, there's going to be more or less, 4 or 5 reveals of Black Series." And my thought was, okay, we just got these 3 figures unceremoniously just put on display. Are these the figures? Because that's a little anticlimactic, and honestly, they're a little boring. I was kind of expecting something more from Star Wars Celebration. So I'm happy that they weren't, and it makes me happier that they just kind of put them out there without any fanfare for what we got.
Yeah, I kind of like when they do that. They just set figures out and we see the picture. But it is odd that they wouldn't talk about them at the panel at all also.
Well, I feel like they didn't do that because there's only so much time. Like I feel like they only have so much time for the panel, and they didn't want to go over. Although they did have that weird Q&A section that everyone left for. But yeah. Let's start with Safety Patrol Crossing Guard Director Krennic here.
What a odd release.
Well, this is what he looks like in the trailer. This is what he looks like in the trailer. The question isn't why this. The question is why did they just now give us an update of the Rogue One Krennic when they could have just given us this and ignored the other one?
And they made a mistake by waiting on the first Krennic too long, because it's not really out yet. So people are just going to cancel it and pick up this one.
I mean, I have.
Oh well, you have it.
I have it. Yeah, it's showing up in the Walmart shipper as well. So.
Oh yeah.
I know people that have it, but it's returnable. I got mine from Amazon. I can just return it. It's not a big deal. Although I'll probably still keep it because I do like the Rogue One look, and it does objectively have a better head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I've wanted an update to that Krennic for a while, but this is the Krennic I assumed we were getting the whole time.
Yeah, this is kind of odd that they would definitely reuse. Like, I just don't understand why they would release that one like simultaneously. Almost.
Yeah, almost.
Like, why not have a gap? I feel like that would be better for their financials in a way. Like,
the first one should have been released when they were redoing all the Rogue One figures. Like, they should have done the update back then. Like, there's no reason for them not to have. Other than, I guess, budget or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pretend I know how any of that stuff works. I do think it's a little weird, the timing. Like, why are we getting that now and this? But this objectively looks better in every way. And I know it's funny. He does look like a crossing guard with that sash. I hope someone like Landspeeder Luke. Landspeeder Luke, or like my 3D or cubic 3D prints or whatever. Does like a little crossing guard, like stop sign or like a slow sign or something to let them hold. Like, that would be fun if someone out there who makes stuff wants to make them. But yes,
there's a
how Runner Base is right. All of the ones they showed off before are Target exclusive, so that's probably one of the reasons why they didn't.
Mattel revealed a Cactus Jack figure that comes with a stop sign, so I'm gonna give the stop
You're
sign
gonna get
to
that?
this Krennic.
Oh, you got to.
Just like have him
And
holding
and
up in
then
the air.
yeah, so what we need is a little playset of like a street. We have the little skeleton crew kids like walking across the street, and Krennic can just be like stopping a speeder bike or something while the kids cross behind him. Perfect. Classic
Perfect
Star Wars
display.
scene. Yeah.
I did want to talk to you about the cape. So
Yeah.
why do you think they are releasing two Krennics at the same time, and they gave the original Krennic the plastic cape, and then this
Because it's
one
a straight
the
reissue
soft goods?
it's a straight reissue with an updated head.
Why do
And
you
that's
think
the
they
original
wouldn't
head.
just say, "Well, let's just reuse this new cape"? Twice?
Because it's easier to remake something they've already made as it was versus like any kind of new tooling, which is what this got. That's why. Because this cape, I guarantee you, this cape isn't removable. It's going to be held on
Probably
by those
like
little
stitched in.
clasp. Yeah, yeah. It's held on by those little clasp on his shoulders. I bet. Kind of like how
Yeah, it probably is.
kind of like how on the Moff Gideon, like his jetpack isn't removable. It's held in with that cloak.
Yeah, that's true. And the new, I was gonna say the new Moff Gideon, but that's what you just said.
That's literally what I just said.
Yeah, that's literally what you just said. I realized it when I was talking about it. But moving on from Krennic, they also did an ISB tactical agent, and I have no idea who posed this, and whoever did, come on, what is going on? What is happening here? And these aren't the best photos. These are like the very first photos that came out.
No, these are those grainy potato photos that whoever is the first person to get pictures out like this out, they're always the absolute worst person
Yeah.
to take a picture. And if whoever took this picture, if that's you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings. But these are objectively bad photos.
Yeah, these were like definitely rushed. What's up, Caleb? But the ISB agent looks great. I'm definitely in on this one for sure. I think it looks really cool.
Yeah, I'm 100% getting this. Again, we don't know when the pre-orders for these are going up. They are going to be Target exclusive. I'm gonna guess that this guy is a lot of reuse from like the Shore Trooper and stuff from like the bottom down, and it's mostly just the upper half and the head that are kind of new.
Yeah.
And that goes doubly for the one right behind him, which is also the first time this is finally getting revealed. Despite the fact that I've got one, like, right here. I've got it. It's right here.
You already have it. You had it before.
I've got it. So I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, so that one, again, is going to be Target exclusive. Range Trooper. He's partially new. He's got new feats. Comes with that big bazooka thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he doesn't have those giant, like, magnetic.
Yeah, the magnetic boots. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, again, I'm glad they didn't waste time for these for like the big reveals. Like if they couldn't fit it into that time slot or whatever, I'm glad they just kind of said, here's some figures. Enjoy.
Especially the like the Krennic and this one, the
Yeah.
ISB agent, like that would have been cool to see revealed because we didn't know about those. But
Right.
if they would have done the Range Trooper at the reveal panel, that would have been
So disappointing. Like, I've already got it. It's not new. I own this. Yeah.
Yeah. And what made us nervous was whenever Yak said there's going to be 5 reveals, and then like we saw these 3 before.
Is that 3 of them?
Are these the 3 of them? This is going to be
Yeah.
terrible unless they really save it with the last 2. But that wasn't the only figure they ended up setting down.
Yeah, we got one more. This one This one came out afterwards.
After, yeah, this one
it
came
just
out
kind of
later.
showed up.
The Death Trooper and Shore Trooper Army Builder 2-pack.
Death Trooper, Shore Trooper.
And this is it's it's not using the new parts of the Zombie Trooper or anything, unfortunately.
No, it's the one from the 3-pack.
Mm-hmm.
The Andor Jyn Erso Death Trooper 3-pack because it's got the shoulder pads and stuff.
Yeah, it's got all the grenades and ammo packs
Yeah.
on the chest, which is the best one. That's been
Oh,
one of my
for sure.
favorite. Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't know if it's really an army builder kind of thing. Like, it's like having a bunch of like stormtrooper sergeants, like army building those. I feel like you don't army build those. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
I think you can pop a lot of that stuff off though if you really wanted to.
Yeah,
You might
that's probably
have
true.
to pop the head off and
Yeah.
pull the torso apart. boil it up, and you can probably get that stuff off if you really want to, like pull the arms off. But I think this one should have been is it the captain we don't have, the one with the all blue chest, the shore trooper?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
That's what they should have done, and then
Yeah.
and then just include this Death Trooper. Everybody.
Yeah, this is the
one.
third time we're getting the same shore trooper. Like not even the shore trooper like squad leader, which has only come out the one time in the red line. But this
with a blue
like
stripe,
this
just
one
like
was
one blue
Walmart
stripe.
exclusive.
Okay.
Then they did it in the
carbonized.
They did it carbonized, and then they also did it in the archive line. So yeah, this is like the fourth time we're getting it.
I don't think they all wear the gear in Rogue One because the normal Black Series release is kind of like a naked version.
Yeah.
No pauldron and no... Like, I think they have the ammo pack on the left shoulder, but they don't have the pauldron or the grenades on the waist.
Well, there's only one way to find out. I guess I'll have to go watch Rogue One again. Yeah. Oh, shucks. Oh, nerds.
Here, I'll just turn around to my Imperial display real quick.
Yeah, I agree with Mac. I think a squad leader and then the Death Trooper like captain or whatever like this would have been a fun army builder because I'm only going to buy one of them anyway, and I've got a bunch of short troopers at this point, and I want another squad leader. But whatever, it's fine. I'll buy it. I'll buy one. I think it's a good pack. I like these little army builder packs as long as it's still the same price point of $40.
So I can confirm the firing squad in Rogue One that fires on all the scientists. Those ones don't have they're the naked versions that we get in the single pack. So they don't have the pauldron or the ammo pack on either shoulder or the grenades. So they are in there. I think the other ones are more prominent on screen.
Sure.
But all right, so let's talk about. Oh, Wilbon's here. He loves the Black Series.
He loves the ring.
We got Mark in the chat also.
Mark, I always get excited whenever anyone says naked. Doesn't matter who.
That is true. All right, let's talk about some reveals. And
yeah.
The first reveal we are going to talk about might surprise you because it's not Black Series on the Black Series Cantina.
Oh,
we're going to talk about the Artisan Edition.
Sure.
Bantha.
Sure. Let's talk about the Bantha in the room.
Yeah. The Artisan Edition Bantha. I think this is pretty cool, and they absolutely need to make this in Black Series.
Agreed. I think that this is a good contender.
The head tilt is so good.
Yeah, this is a good contender for a Black Series creature.
Even though it would be huge, because look at the scale on this.
It would probably have to be a HasLab, and it would have to be. It'd be about the size of the his tank. Really, it really would be.
Do you think it wouldn't have to be a HasLab? No.
Or it could be one of those made-to-order things, but it'd be so big. Looking at the size of that figure, it really would be about the size of the G.I. Joe his tank. Maybe a little bit smaller, but not by much.
Yeah, true. But this is definitely the best thing that TVC got. Everything else that TVC got was kind of just okay, sort of. I guess the Marin was cool. But that was kind of it.
Hey, they're getting crosshair, so they're catching up to us back in 2021.
That's true. They do genuinely need to fill out the Bad
They
Batch.
do.
It's
100% they do. Yeah.
They haven't.
Yeah.
But maybe they'll release a Bad Batch crew every 3 years for TVC.
That's the rate they're going at.
Yeah, it is. All right, you want to go ahead and jump into the Black Series?
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into Black Series.
Okay, why is it doing this? Hang on, my thing's...
I don't know why it's doing that, Zach.
All right, here we go.
There we go.
Now I got to make this full screen. Dash Rendar, everybody who has been talking about Shadows of the Empire for so long, they can finally breathe. The dream is coming true.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a monkey's paw situation. We're getting Dash Rendar. But whose face is that? Because it certainly doesn't look like any artist depiction of Dash Rendar I've ever seen.
This is Giga Chad
It
Rendar.
is Giga Chad Dash Rendar. But that being said, he's not a real character. He's not really based on anything. He can kind of look like whatever they want to. I don't mind that he's got that manly cut chin. Like his face is mostly chin. The rest of him looks phenomenal, and I'm just gonna say that's what Dash Rendar looks like right now. That's canon. That's canon to Black Series. That's canon to Black. I love this figure. I cannot wait to own this figure.
So somebody, like, from my point of view, I barely know what this guy looks like in the artist depictions of him or the game. So to me, like, this is just him. So
sure,
this is just him to me. And whenever I saw this, I was like, I don't know if that's super accurate to the game or whatever, but it looks.
Well, I mean, if it's not really accurate to the game, because in the game he just looks like a in 64 pixels from 1996. Yeah, it's not great. But
buff, though. They made his arms like he's beefy. And...
Well, so basically, with the way this works is this takes place in between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Han Solo's not in the picture because he's frozen in carbonite.
Mm-hmm.
So they wanted a story, and they're like, we need a Han Solo-esque person. It's the 90s. Everything's extreme. Let's get an extreme 90s Han Solo in here, which is basically what they did. They just took Han Solo, put him in Cable's outfit from the X-Men by
made him buff.
Yeah, it just that's what we got. This is what we and it worked because it was the 90s. It worked. Who cares? And because it worked then, it still works now. I don't care what anyone says.
Johnny Bravo jawline.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, this is kind of like when I picture the Death Troopers, these are the people that are like under the suits, like just tall, handsome, just like super athletic guys like this. Like this is an unclothed Death Trooper for me.
Yeah, he's got a robot sidekick that I want them to make now. It's like I think it was like Lebo or something that they need to make. And if they make a Guri is Shizor's like sexy robot assassin humanoid look. She's like an android, but she's like a robot assassin, but she's sexy. So like there's just so many figures we need now. Also, we need a Leia in a sexy outfit that Shizor put her in. It's like a negligee kind of like sheer fabric kind of thing. Anyway, Lebo and Guri. That's right, Globex. So like there's some characters that I'm really hoping they're not done with. We also need Chewbacca as Snuva. 100% need Chewbacca as Snuva. And the yellow fishing vest Luke, yes.
So was this guy not a Jedi? Is that the other guy?
No, he's a smuggler. He flies a Corellian light freighter just like Han Solo. It's a little bit different shaped because it's a different model, but he's literally just not Han Solo, but Han Solo.
All right. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yes, Shadows of the Empire is sexy, Hellrunner base. Of course, Shadows of the Empire is sexy. Listen, this was an event in 1996. Picture this, okay? I want to take you back to 1996, man. There hasn't been a movie. We haven't gotten the special editions, so it feels like nothing. Like if you're a Star Wars fan, it's because you're really a Star Wars fan, because there's nothing driving your fandom in 1996 except for like action figures and comic books and the EU books. So what they do is they're like, what if we released a movie, but there's no movie, but it's got a toy line, it's got a comic line, it's got a book, it's got video games, it has a soundtrack, but there's no actual movie. And that's what they did with Shadows of the Empire. It felt like the same kind of energy that when they release a Star Wars movie where they have everything Star Wars. Oh my God, Star Wars is everywhere. But there wasn't a movie. It was just a book and some comics and some video games. And that was it. And some toys.
Not a whole lot going on there.
Oh man, it was that's how starved we were in the mid 90s for anything new Star Wars. That's 100% factual. Prophet 924. The soundtrack is good. Go listen to it. It's good.
And I'm assuming you got your pre-order in for this, right?
Oh yeah, there was not a world where I would not pre-order this.
I figured as much. I didn't grab it. I ended up not grabbing it. I might one day throw him in the Cantina or Jabba's Palace or something.
That's the thing is he's just a good kind of like human smuggler looking guy. He can go in the background of any scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very true. All right, moving on to. I know this is your probably your favorite.
Man,
video.
so when we were paying, like we were live streaming last night with our VIP, with our Patreon members, we were just kind of streaming while the announcements are happening. But we were trying to find like a live stream to watch while it was happening. And then was it you or someone was like, yeah, they just announced like a frog thing, and I freaked
I saw
out
that because I saw the picture and I didn't really like. I saw like the top half. I didn't exactly know.
I was like, Turgle? Are you kidding me? So this, when we talk about how I don't like the leaks because they ruin the fun because we're not ever surprised anymore.
Mm-hmm.
This is exactly why. The joy I felt, the surprise I felt when they announced Turgle, a figure I thought would never see the light of day in any kind of like action figure form. He's voiced by the guy that does Alpha 5 and Power Rangers. He is just a goofy looking frog dude in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely love it. This pack is phenomenal. I'm going to let you talk for a little bit because I'm going to gush for hours about this.
Yeah, let Zach speak.
I'm going to let you speak.
Whenever we were doing the stream with our VIPs yesterday and the Patreon members, and like they were showing this on the screen, we're also like far away.
Yeah,
I didn't realize how big Turgle was.
Yeah,
and then I think it was literally earlier, or whenever we first saw this image, like the flat straight on, I realized like just how massive this damn frog is. Like in the game, I didn't feel like he was that big at all. Like
I think he might be. No, I think he might be a little big. Honestly.
I just don't remember him being. This big.
It's interesting. He's basically a 5 POA figure. Like he's like an 8 POA figure, maybe.
Yeah, he's got wrists, ankles,
like shoulders and thighs.
Like shoulders and thighs. Yeah,
that's it. Wrists, ankles, shoulders, thighs. He's a 4 POA figure. He's not even a 5 POA figure.
Yeah. It is kind of odd. I know. See, Mac just brought it up. Grease win. It is kind of weird to get Turgle before Grease, and Grease was a major player in that.
Well, I feel like, yeah, I agree. But I feel like this is mostly a pack-in. Like he's kind of an accessory for the cowl that comes with. So I don't know. Like I get it. I'm assuming at some point we'll get all of them. At this point, like they're not gonna just do like 2 or 3 of them. We're gonna eventually get all of them.
Yeah.
But we got Scuba Stev. I keep saying Scuba Stev.
That was so hard. I was doing my TikTok earlier this morning, and I was saying, next up this crazy multi-pack, we got Cal Kestis, Scuba Skev. I messed that up like 18 times. I was getting so frustrated because I was like, I got to get this damn video out right now. I couldn't get it right. Yeah,
he is an homage to Scuba Steve. If you haven't played the game, I wish they would have done him with his little spaceship like speeder thing, because it's not that big, and it would have been kind of cool to have that as like a display piece. But I get it. But he basically, anytime you come across the game and there's like a lake or something, he'll be there fishing, and you talk to him, he'll tell you this god awful, terribly long story. He'll get you a fish for your aquarium.
It's excruciating.
But I love him too. Like I love his Irish accent. I love that he's like a tiny little pirate fisherman guy. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, his story is long. You get an achievement or a trophy for listening to the whole thing. But I still like that we're getting him, and he's basically an accessory, just like Turgle is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we have to talk about the mustache alternate head.
Okay, so we get an alternate head. And so so when the leaks happened, I think we were all pretty disappointed, or not disappointed, but flabbergasted maybe, because we saw this head and we're like, wow, they're doing the mullet with the handlebar mustache head? Like, that's wild. Like, But the fact that it's an alternate head, I think, is perfect because that is the kind of thing where
Yeah. And we don't get that often in Black Series. We don't get
no,
swappable hands, swappable heads that often. Trying to.
I like those crotch shots you got in there.
All right, right, yeah, look at that.
There you go.
But yeah, that's the main head. It does come. It kind of looks like me a little bit.
A little bit.
Maybe this will be my Selfie Series figure, just like the other cow. But how do you feel about the white blades? I think this is pretty cool because you could probably just swap any other lightsaber blade that you have in your bin.
I mean, you can go like cubic 3D print and get a bunch of different color blades too. That'll work just fine. I'm okay with white blades. Like we've already got blue blades. We've got green blades from him. Like, I don't know what other colors he'd really do besides white. I mean, purple would be cool, I guess. But
also they did the build up packs, and they didn't one of them come with a purple blade.
No, I think honestly. I think one of them came with one came with a yellow or the green blade.
Yellow and green, yeah.
Yeah, I think what's really cool about this is the fact that he comes with all of his lightsabers you could possibly have in the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back.
So we have his dual wield. We have his dual wield one, so the one shorter one, the one regular size one. We have the double bladed lightsaber, and then my favorite, we have the crossguard lightsaber. And the only downside of the crossguard lightsaber is number one, he did have a longer blade on that, and these are the same size. But number two, it looks like the like you don't have the little glow thing coming out of the sides for that one. Like if you do change the colors and stuff. But I feel like I'm okay with that, honestly.
Yeah, if I had to do one complaint about the set is I just wish the hilts had some silver rusty paint on them instead of just the gray plastic.
It looks like it's going to be just like the Savage Opress, where it's unpainted gray with the black painted on.
Like I feel like I would be willing to sacrifice the BD1 in this set for like paint on the
I would be okay.
So many BD1s.
I was gonna say I would be okay if we didn't get a BD1 with this because we have so many BD1s, and I get that they gave us an alternate, look for BD1 on this. Yeah. Although I would like it if they gave a whole new look for him because he had a bunch of different looks. It's not just colors. So the first game, Cal and BD1 just had color options, but they were all wearing the same thing. But in the second game, it was just full on different looks. Like this Cal Kestis, I think, is the Han Solo homage look. And then the BD1, they just still gave him the regular BD1.
Or something. Which I never used. And they also have like a Luke looking outfit. Like the ceremony.
I'm pretty sure those are pre-order bonuses or something like that. So. Yeah.
But the vest is a cool look for him.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
And the handlebar, I know we already talked about it, but the handlebar stash is just
crazy.
Absurd. But yeah, just how this set just shows there's almost nothing now in the Black Series other than stuff that's absurdly huge.
Yeah.
That's off the table because you can throw it in a multi-pack and we can get it. They just made a new Sebulba. Like I just got a Black Series Sebulba in the mail.
What a time to be a Black Series collector.
Like what a time. And now we're getting they just made a Turgle. Like are you kidding me? This is actually insane.
So I was thinking about this. Mac says it's interesting how they've gone so in on the series but haven't made anything with Outlaws. I have a feeling if we do get Outlaw stuff, it won't be for a while because they probably didn't get the stuff to make it early, and it usually takes about a year and a half or so to make a figure. So I have a feeling at the very least I want a KVS and a Nyx from there. And if they give us that in Indy 5, I'd be fine. I wouldn't need all the other characters or anything. Indy 5, KVS, Nyx, that's really all I need. And if they want to give us her speeder bike too, that'd be cool too, but whatever.
And I'm assuming you got your pre-order in for this set, right?
Yeah, so this is Amazon exclusive. It's $45, which I think is a
That's a good deal.
it's a steal for all you get on here. Like you're getting basically one other figure and then a bunch of little flavor characters, a bunch of accessories. Like it's wild. I would expect this to go for like $50 or $60.
In like 2022, this would be like $65 because
100%.
The multi-packs were
100%.
really high.
100%.
A couple years ago.
Yeah.
New Hondo soon? Maybe.
I wish.
You never know. I don't think.
Well, they just showed off the Hondo DLC for Outlaws.
So it's like they're still adding to that game.
Yeah, it was the one that was planned. So when they
okay.
When they launched the game and you could get the pass, there were always 2 DLCs planned for it. So this is the second one, and it looks like it's a pretty big adventure, and it's got Hondo in it. Yeah.
But so another character that we've been needing in the Black Series for a while, Night Sister Marin, and the fact that she includes the dagger, the staff, or the spear, and the green blast effect.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But before we dive in, I want to show off. But of course, TVC comes in. They get the staff, or the spear, the dagger, the blast effect, or the force effect. And they get a swappable hand. It's like they just throw in that little extra piece.
I will say their what's his face? The Moff Gideon doesn't come with an alternate head. It doesn't come with a removable helmet. So we got that on him, I guess.
That is true.
Whatever, it's fine. I think our Marin looks better than the TVC one. I think the face looks better on the Black Series than it does on TVC.
Yeah, they really nailed the snap and sculpt on this, I feel like. And I feel like that might be easier, because since she is a video game character, there's probably a little more leeway to get some things not 100% perfect, and it still look amazing. But also sometimes at TVC, that scale, likenesses can just be weird being that tiny.
Sure. Yeah, when you have a bigger canvas, it makes a bigger deal when that likeness is off.
You can see the details more.
Yeah.
I think was it Sarah Lynn Reynolds that said on our show, for tiny characters like that, for TVC, you have to it's almost like a caricature of the person just so you see the details in their face so it looks like them when it's on your shelf or something like that.
Yep.
But yeah, this looks cool. They nailed it, and this, of course, was a figure that leaked.
Yeah, we knew this was coming for a while, and they did say Eric used the photo mode in the game to sculpt the references and stuff, which is pretty cool. It's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a pretty good use of assets there. But yeah, the blast effect is something that I wouldn't expect us to get in the Black Series, so that's pretty exciting.
I'm excited for that.
3 accessories on a figure, considering
Hellrunner Base is choosing violence here, talking about those thigh swivels. I think they actually addressed it too. Someone talked about that.
They mentioned it,
and they were like, "Well, we make the hips to give it a good amount, and there's boot cut and all this." And I'm like,
and Jing, one of the reveals, I wish I remembered which one it was, but Jing said, "No thigh swivel, unfortunately." And then they went into talking about it a little more.
Chris is like, "Oh, the factory missed the note. I was on vacation." He's not. Hold on, Buster Brown. I love that I can say that, and it's your name. Moff Gideon is only a little chin, though. It's just a little chin. He does have a chin, but it's just a little chin, okay? That's because there's a head underneath that helmet.
Yeah. But thigh swivel, as long as they make the cut deep in the hips, it's okay. On some, the Darth Malgus is a good example. That's also a figure you don't need to have a crazy range in. But the worst one, I think, so far is the Armored Commando. You can barely turn the hip on that thing, and then there's no thigh swivel. So as long as they make the hip deep, then it can probably work. But on the figures they've taken thigh swivel off of, they're not making that hip deep enough, so that's where the issue lies.
It's it's one of those things this is what they're doing now. It sucks. But I also don't want to spend so much time every figure talking about, oh, no thigh swivel. Like, we get it. It doesn't have a thigh swivel. I'm just gonna hopefully they go back to it, but it's also just exhausting to focus on it. Like, I want to focus on all the other stuff this figure does well, like have a face and have accessories and look good.
Yeah, I really like all the gold, like the detailing on the jacket and the
Yeah.
forearms, and like that gold piece, like hanging off her hip, and like her necklace.
Yeah,
Like,
I
they
mean,
did a really
and
good job with
three
all that.
accessories. What is she? Is she deluxe? No, she's just a regular figure.
Yeah, and considering we've gotten so many Black Series figures, like Mon Mothma comes with
Yeah,
nothing, not even a cup, not
not
even
even
a
a
cup.
cup. Or what's your face? The from Ahsoka. The
The night, yeah, the night sister. What's her name?
I don't remember her name
Her
now.
name is.
That's how much I love it. We all know who we're talking about. The governor chick, whatever. Like
Yeah, why can't
she's
I think
got
of her name right
nothing.
now?
She's got nothing. Well, we rely on 3D prints to give her something.
Yeah, Lance Peter Luke came in clutch with the stand and like the
Yeah.
little ball. So, um, it's really bothering me. I don't know her name. We got her. She was in Tales of the
Morgan
Morgan
Elsbeth. That's
Morgan
it.
Elsbeth.
Thank you,
That's right.
Comrade Bobcat. Thank you.
Yes. Shout
I
out,
wasn't gonna
Comrade
look it
Bobcat.
up, but I'm glad that you were there coming in clutch.
Yep. So Marin definitely,
Yeah.
about time. Now we need Grease
Need
from this
Grease,
game
need
series.
Seer.
We need a Darth Vader after
Oh, we
the
need an on
footage
fire
falls
Darth
on
Vader
him.
for
Yep.
sure. We need an
100%.
on fire, like super burned Darth Vader.
Yep. But I'm ready to talk about the original trilogy stuff.
Let's
So
do it.
I
Let's
don't know
move
about you.
on from gaming greats. So these are gaming greats, and all of these are up for pre-order, and they're just part of like the main line. So you can
Yeah.
order them wherever you want. They'll be in stores whenever they get released. But yeah, Han Solo.
Finally, after years and years and years of waiting, and whenever they released these in the power, he got the Power of the Force card back, right?
He did.
It
Yep.
was kind of frustrating. They only did the photo reel update and did
Yep.
nothing new. But finally, we get a new Han Solo, and the in-person shots of this figure, the pants do look a lot better.
So
Fortunately,
I'm
they're not as
convinced.
bright.
Yeah, when they were doing, if anyone was watching during the reveals or saw pictures from it, his pants were very, very, very bright blue. But I'm pretty
Yes.
sure the contrast on that projector was just turned up super, super high. So it
Yeah.
threw off all the coloring because these pants look more like they should.
Yeah, and like look at this is
Yeah.
Brandon Hero Collections on Instagram. Like look at the pants color looks really good there in this
Yeah.
shot. But first, let's talk about the thing most people are focusing on. How do you feel about the likeness on this figure? For me, I feel at some pictures I see it and
Yeah.
it looks good, and
Yeah.
some pictures it
You're not
just looks a
you're not on
little.
screen, by the way. You're not on screen, by the way.
Oh, I didn't switch it over. Okay, here we go. Some pictures I see it, and some pictures I'm like it's a little off. I feel like the head might need to be heated up and like squeezed together a little bit. Like
So I saw someone, I don't know if it was on Facebook or on Reddit today, but they did a Google likeness to see what the face looked like. Did it look like the actor? And on this one, it did not even bring up
really.
Harrison Ford. Yeah. Uh, it was pretty funny and actually pretty accurate because they did a couple ones, a couple of the other ones, but Harrison Ford was not even an option for this guy. I'm
Oh
gonna see if I
wow.
can find that now. I should have saved it and then I didn't. Um, yeah, here it is. Here it is. Ghost Z27R uh, did this. So let me share my screen real quick. Go away. Boom. Share. Okay. If I can make this bigger
There you
here.
go.
There we go. Okay, so Hayden
Oh, that one
Christensen.
got hated. Yeah.
Yeah, that one got Hayden. Also Peter Gallagher. But like, yeah, I can see it. Like, it's pretty good, right?
Yeah, Hayden's on that.
Yeah. So
Carrie's on
Princess
that.
Leia, Carrie Fisher got there. Also Alex McCord. But Carrie Fisher's on there. Gets it. Director Krennic pulled up Ben Mendelsohn. So
This
it's
is so
pretty good.
cool. I did
Yeah.
not see this.
Sam Jackson and
Jesse.
Mace Windu. Jesse Plemons also. But I guess,
That's
sure.
amazing.
But then so this is interesting. The
Mick
Luke
Jagger.
Skywalker pulled up more Mick Jagger than Mark Hamill, which
I
what
see
we all have
Yeah.
issues with
That's
that.
like
I
a
see
60s
it.
Mick Jagger.
But at least it pulled up Mark Hamill too,
Yeah.
This one was funny. This is the Jadna Wood. Did not even come close to Jude Law. Like, not even a little close to Jude Law. But then the big one was the Harrison Ford pulled up Anders Holm,
yeah.
and Rob Lowe.
Oh man, not even Harrison.
Not even Harrison Ford. Not even Alden Ehrenreich.
Not even Alden. I mean, come on. Man.
Yeah,
that would have been funny if it pulled up him instead of.
It would have been pretty funny. Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. Like you said, there are some angles I can see it. Like, he's got the chin scar. Like it looks good. The hair's good, but he looks a little bit more like the Han Solo from the holiday special cartoon, the one with Boba Fett in it, a little bit to me.
Are you talking about the crazy caricature one, like the cartoon?
Yeah.
Yes.
There we go. Mac agreed. I didn't even see that. We finally get a holiday special Han. Yep. Mac agreed.
I'm gonna pull it up for people who maybe don't know what we're referencing. This one kind of looks like Mick Jagger too, if I'm not. Yeah, there's the Han Solo Black Series.
There's the Han Solo. Yeah.
I'm gonna click on the one with Chewie. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
No, get out of here! Stop! You're spreading my personal email on the stream. All right, here we go. This whole thing is actually just crazy. Black Series win. Come on now.
Yeah, but I don't think it looks. I don't think it looks bad. I don't think it looks bad. Again, we're still looking at the holiday special.
Yeah, I just pulled it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go back to this now. Yeah, like some in-person shots, it looks okay at some angles, and then some in-person shots at some angles, I've looked at it like, I don't know, that's kind of far off, but I feel like distantly on the shelf, it's gonna look pretty good because in Brandon's picture, it looks solid. So I'm fine. Like, I wish it were better and perfect, of course, but I
think it's going to look good enough, and I think it looks better than the original one we got, and that's what's important. To me, it's still a straight upgrade. Yeah, it's still a straight upgrade. I love that the alternate hand is in an interesting pose where it's a little bit more kind of relaxed, but you can it's expressive.
Yeah,
which I think is great.
The profile shot looks great.
Yeah, it looks like Han Solo. Prophet 924 is 100% correct. It might not look like Harrison Ford exactly, but it looks like Han Solo.
Yeah. And so I only pre-ordered one right now, but I might grab a second one because I do have the Cantina 3D print with Greedo, and then I'll need one for the A New Hope shelf as well.
That's true. I already got a couple of Lukes, so might as well pick up a couple Hans.
Yeah, so probably going to need some Hans, but we shall see. But you cannot have a brand new Han Solo without making a brand new Chewbacca.
So this absolutely shocked me because, again, we kind of knew this was coming, but I was convinced they were going to make Chewbacca a deluxe figure.
A deluxe.
Because every Wookiee we've gotten since Chewbacca that is on a new Wookiee body, which this is 100% a new body, no reuse, according to them when they showed it
Yeah,
off
100%
on
new
the
body. Yeah, and you could just tell because he has
you could
butterfly
tell.
joints.
Yeah. Look
Um,
at that. Look
he's
at that.
actually holding
Oh
the.
man, he's holding his bowcaster and it looks so good.
Look at the
This
running
is
pose. This one is so good.
this is everything I've wanted in a Chewbacca. Chewbacca is my favorite character other than Darth Vader, but like if I had to choose one or the other, Chewbacca, I love Chewbacca so much. The bowcaster, it's a new bowcaster mold. So we're done with that old crappy bowcaster mold that always falls apart. Hate it. It's the worst.
It
This looks
still does
fantastic.
separate though, so
It does, but it looks like it's more secure.
hopefully,
Hopefully.
well,
Yeah,
hopefully.
hopefully.
TBD, TBD.
We'll see. But the strap, it's got a strap on it, and the strap looks good. He can put the
Yep.
strap around him. Like I love it. But I love all the poses that you can get him in. Like it looks so good.
Yeah, this Chewbacca, they absolutely crushed it. I was expecting whenever we were getting a new Chewbacca,
Yep.
I wasn't expecting 100% new. I was expecting maybe 85%, some slight reuse here and there, like
Yep.
reuse the feet,
Yep.
like something like that. But 100% new from the head all the way to the toe, which is pretty impressive. And Brandon was on Monday Night Figure Ball's stream yesterday reacting. And he had it in person, and he said he just absolutely loved it and was able to get into really good poses, confirmed it has butterfly joints. And so I'm really excited for this Black Series Chewbacca. And I do got to say, for us diehard Black Series hardcore fans, they little bit of a missed opportunity not making him number 13. That would have like scratched an itch for me, because for people who
it was so close.
When the original Orange line came out way back in 2013, they had 12 figures, and then Chewbacca was supposed to be the 13th figure of the Orange line. He couldn't fit in the orange box, so there's the image of the prototype where he's all squished in the orange box. So that's why they made the blue box, and they had the top of it more open so they could fit bigger characters. Like
Chewbacca is the
Darth
reason
Vader.
they changed to blue line over orange line. 100%. Yeah.
And so then so he was supposed to be, number 13. Was never got to 13. So I kind of wish we would have got 2 more New Hope figures before, so he could get his number 13. But that's just the weird quirk.
I want to point out that they confirmed that he scales properly with Han Solo, where he's like about a head above him. So again, little things like that. I love it. This was everything I wanted. If this was the only thing they announced, like if for whatever reason they were like, yeah, those Andor figures were what we announced, but also here's a new Chewbacca, I would have been fine. I would have been happy. That Chewbacca is everything for me.
Yeah, and it's probably, well, the Survivor 2-pack is really good. And I know everybody's excited for Dash Rendar.
Well, we'll talk about that afterwards. But I'm just saying, like, yeah.
But this might be my favorite. Yeah. The Chewbacca might be my favorite reveal.
Oh, this is the last release, isn't it? This is the last reveal.
This is the last reveal.
Oh, yeah. So yeah. What I think the most surprising for me was Turgle. But the new Chewbacca was my favorite. Yeah, the new Chewbacca is my favorite by far. But so if I had to rate this reveal, I think this is probably one of the best panels we've had in a long time. I honestly, this is like an A+ for me. Like everything they showed us was a banger for me. Mm-hmm. Like there was not one miss.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty satisfied with all of it, considering that we got some extra figures. Oh, here we go. Brandon.
There he is. There's Brandon. That's sexy man.
Yeah, it was funny. Like last night, I actually ended up hopping on Figure Ball, and we streamed until like god awful 3:30 in the morning with Brandon, which was great.
You're crazy. Did you have work today? It was a school night.
And we hung out in the post show for like an hour, and I didn't lay down in bed until like 4:40, and I had to wake up and do a current. I had to wake up and do a current AR accounts receivable report at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I was just I had a headache. My eyes were like red. You could see like that they were like dark. I aged like 30 years overnight. Like I'm not even kidding. Like,
They
but
probably
luckily,
all thought that you were like hungover or something, and like all I did was stay up late talking about Star Wars.
well, luckily I worked from home, so
That's true. That's
I
good.
just had, but
Yeah.
so I was able to do it, and then luckily before we streamed, I took a nice power nap, which totally messed up my hair. I was showered today, messed up my hair, so I had to throw
Done
the
messed
hat
up
on
your
for the
hair.
stream. Um, it was all like poofy and crazy after the nap, but I needed that, or I would have had low energy. So I'm glad the power nap helped. But Brandon, you all crushed the figures,
Crushed it.
and absolutely
Crushed it.
we love the Chewy.
Oh man.
But yeah, banger of a Star Wars Celebration, and maybe we'll get another one. I doubt we'll get another reveal, but you
Well, I
never
mean,
know. Like anything could
May
happen.
4th coming up. May 4th coming up. So yeah, with the exception of the Target exclusive Andor figures that they just kind of put on display, which is fine. Everything's up for pre-order right now. The mainline figures are pre-order wherever you want to pre-order mainline figures from. The Gaming Greats Cal Kestis pack is Amazon exclusive, but we have one other pre-order today that we have to talk about.
And not even a pre-order though.
Well, so yeah, have we've talked about the Ronin figure, right? Did we talk about that when?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't remember it right now.
We haven't talked about it since they put it up on Amazon of all places,
right?
Being a con exclusive.
What?
Because normally it's only Pulse, but they put it up
Pulse,
on Amazon, and people are getting it same day.
Mine shipped. I'm
friend of the show.
Yeah,
has it in hand right now.
That's crazy.
Has it in hand right now.
Yeah.
I'm in a group chat on Instagram, and I put this might be like them dropping the Star Wars Celebration exclusive like today.
Yeah.
And it showing up in houses on the same day they put it up for order.
I feel like I'm there.
That might be the craziest thing to ever happen in the history of the Black Series. Like,
agreed.
Like, what else is crazier?
Yeah.
Like, they put up the Celebration exclusive and they delivered it the same day.
I mean, first of all, it's the same figure because we were afraid that it wouldn't be the wired cape version. We were afraid it wouldn't be the black and white version or whatever, or something, or the packaging would be the same. And the packaging is a little different from what I understand. The Japanese convention one only has Japanese on the inside of the box, whereas the one up on Amazon has got English and Japanese, all the different the languages they do. So it is a little different, but I don't care. Paying $70, getting it. Mine is supposed to deliver anytime between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. tomorrow. So I'm going to wake up to a nice package. I cannot wait to get this. And I know I said at the beginning, like, I'm not opening stuff. I'm opening this. I'm opening it. I'm just going to open it. I don't care. I'm so excited to mess with this figure.
Oh, so apparently it's sold out on Amazon now.
Sold out on Amazon now. Dang, nice.
Wow.
Nice. I mean, that's what you want to see, right? Like, it sucks for the people that want it, that don't have it or whatever.
There's definitely a balance there. You don't necessarily want people who want it not to be able to get it, but you want people to be interested in it so they make more stuff like that.
Exactly. I want it to be popular.
Whenever we started getting into this phase of Black Series, where we're getting so many sort of fan channel prequel figures, where it's like we want people to buy and support the prequel figures, so that sends a message to Hasbro, and they make more. And it seems to be working. It seemed to work. We're getting hammered.
So it is going to be on Pulse still, at least according to Yak. So if you didn't get one from Amazon, like, don't fret. There's still a chance you can get one. But I'm very much excited that we're getting this and we have the opportunity to get it and so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because friend of the show Dan Larson's there right now, and I'm like, dude, you got to get me one. And he's like, he's like, I don't know if I want to wait in this line, and like he's gonna have to mail it to me, which means that on top of spending, I think it's $100 there, it's like 10,000 yen, which is around like $100, and then he's gonna have to ship it to me, which is gonna cost another $40 or $50. It's gonna be $150, $200 thing.
What's up, Stoned Mando?
I just now we're just paying $70 and I get it the day after. Like it's
That's
so
so much
great.
better.
Yeah,
I should have hit up Dan and been like, "How do you feel about waiting in a Hot Toys line for Artisan Anakin for me?"
he wouldn't do it.
I
I
know.
guarantee you. He so fun. He messaged me today. He's like, my feet hurt so bad. I got blisters because he spent the first day. He was spent Thursday walking around the city. He went to see the big Gundam and stuff. And he's like, there's so much walking. I can't do this.
hmm
He kind of like blew his legs out on like before I even got to Star Wars Celebration.
Jeez, that's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
it
But
is.
you gotta soldier through.
You gotta soldier
They
through.
they really need to bring Star Wars Celebration back to the Central
Oh man,
America, or
I would love it if he went to Chicago or Indianapolis. Done,
that's like,
Dunzo.
or like they
Yeah,
take it to Nashville.
or
That would
that.
be
Yeah,
awesome. It'd be the best con in
it
Nashville.
would be the best con you could go to in Tennessee for sure.
Yeah. Maybe I wouldn't get a press pass for Star Wars Celebration though. But
No, but I'd pay to go. I don't care.
ooh, there I want to pull up this picture on what's this? Great White North Empire Instagram page. So shout out. Let's see. So he put some in-hand pictures, and he has one picture. Look how good that Chewbacca is. It's just incredible.
That Chewbacca looks so good.
But he had like the close-up of the handlebar mustache. This is what I wanted
So
to show.
so earlier when I
That's
was
so
talking
good.
about like whoever gets the first pictures always has the worst ones. These are good pictures. They're
Yes.
clear. The lighting's good. This
Yep.
is what you should be doing when you take pictures of toys.
Yeah, Great White North Empire from
Yeah.
Forlom to Zuckus. They have some
Yep.
pretty clear pictures up there. I know there's probably a couple more that have clear pictures, but why is it always the first person to post them? It's always blurry. Like they're just running to
It's like they're so
the
excited. It's like,
stand.
oh my God, I'm gonna take a picture of this. And like it's like they have Parkinson's or something.
Yeah,
Look at
that would have been
turtle.
me. Wait,
Look at that turtle.
does his jaw move up and down like his head? Because there's like it's probably not, but
I don't think so. I would be surprised if it did. It might just be a separate piece that was like put on so
yeah,
it's not just one molded piece.
it would
But
be
I would
crazy
be,
if like that top of the head part like lifts up and down because the
yeah.
crack right there. But you never know. Probably not. But yeah, that's really cool. All of this stuff. Dash Rendar, look, Giga
Dash
Chad looks
Rendar.
like a damn NFL linebacker. Dude is
Oh man,
beefy. He's buff.
beefy beefcake.
Marin looking
Marin
good.
looks so good. Yeah, these look so great. Even that looks good. Like I'll give it to him. That bantha looks good. It looks really good. The mouth, the teeth, the lips, the horns, so
You get
good.
your little
Yeah.
hairbrush out and
Yeah.
comb
I
the
bought one
bantha.
for my Gandalf. I mean, I could just use it for this.
Yeah. Oh, he just noticed the new BSC logo. Yeah, I made that just for like the 20th anniversary of episode 3. I need to put it on some merch though. I've been meaning to. But I need to switch. I need to dedicate some time to switch to Spread Shop because they seem to be doing a real good job. But yeah, let's check out some other in-hand picks here. That one's looking good. Cow is looking good. And then the pants on Han.
What we
are looking
need,
a lot
what we
better
need
here.
now is a new Cal release with a different head, different outfit, but multiple gun options, multiple blaster options.
Mm.
So we have a couple to choose from there.
Is there anything else from Celebration? I know we don't have any more figure
Wait,
reveals.
wasn't there gonna be some kind of like crazy like separate reveal today or something like that?
I thought so, and because there was somebody posted something about like a display case at the Hasbro booth. But
Well,
it
they
looked
said
big,
that when
like
it was done. They said that at the end of the panel.
Yeah.
They're like, check back tomorrow, and we might got one more thing for you.
Yeah. And I think somebody mentioned that was going to be at like 10 p.m. Eastern tonight or something. Which
Oh, so we're
close to.
probably just too early. Oh man, we're gonna have to do another emergency section. So what we'll do right now is we'll just comment on it, like, "Oh wow, so cool," and we'll just pretend that we know what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm. True. I tried to secure Lane Speeder Luke to join us, but he was unavailable, unfortunately.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
But yeah, if you have day 2 of the con's just now starting, so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure
What?
the pictures are gonna start uploading here in a minute. I'm sure they'll lay something out. I guess it'll probably be a roleplay item, though, I would imagine, because it was kind of a bigger space.
Yeah, it's like 10:45 there. So yeah,
Yeah, the con opens up in like 15 minutes or so, I
yeah.
guess. Um,
The reel's not going to be a Black Series figure, so we don't care. We don't care.
yeah. Yeah, I could, you know.
I don't care then. It can
Yeah.
be whatever they want.
Yeah. But do you want to wrap it up there? Do you want to keep chatting about whatever?
No, honestly, I think we're good. I think I want to keep it kind of short, sweet, to the point. But before we go, we should induct a new figure in the Hall of Fame because we do
Ooh,
that
good
every
call.
episode.
So I didn't realize it, but the last two episodes we did the Chewbacca and C-3PO pack, and then we did Bespin Han. So they're kind of
Yeah,
get together like from that scene. Also, they're
yeah,
part of the movie.
yeah.
Um, and so now we need figure number 26 because Bespin Han was 25. So what do you got? What do you
Well, I feel like if you
chat?
want
So,
to,
well, I guess we need to update. We need to update chat because a lot of them we
yep,
might
that's
have some
true. We have
first-time
some new.
listeners.
Yep,
And also, we're an audio podcast, so this is probably people's first time watching this visually.
true.
Since we rarely do this for only for big events. So let's go through our Hall of Fame, and quick plug to the Instagram page. Go follow Black Series Cantina on Instagram.
Yep.
It's over
So
6,100 followers now, which is
So the
crazy.
rules here, for the people that don't know, the rules here are the figure has to have been out for a calendar year. So if it came out last March, it can't go in until like this March. Number two, it's all run on vibes. This is not best figure, like objectively best figure or whatever. This isn't a popularity. These aren't a ranking of top 10. We're just inducting figures into the Hall of Fame that we feel could be in anyone's collection. Like if you're looking for a list of figures to buy, anything on this list is a figure that you should have in your collection because it's a good figure.
A great figure.
A great figure.
Good figure. It's a good figure.
Good figure. Great figure. So you want to go over what we've got in there so far?
Yes, so we add one per episode, and I think, like you mentioned, it has to be on the shelves or released for at least 1 year, so that way we don't get stuck in like the recency bias. Because you get a figure, you love it, and then over time it kind of like you're like, I actually don't like this one as much as I thought I did. But we go the opposite way. We have the figure for a while. We make sure we love it. It still holds up.
Yep.
So that way it gets put into the Hall of Fame. So catch people up. First, we did The Empire Strikes Back, Darth Vader. The Gamorrean Guard was number 2. Scout Trooper and Speeder Bike. Greedo. The Dagobah, Luke, and Yoda. Fennec Shand. The 2020 Stormtrooper. Count Dooku. And the Cantina Band. Clone Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. The good version, not the trash version. So, key right there. Return of the Jedi, Boba Fett. The Hoth Rebel Soldier, Asajj Ventress, the Snowtrooper, and Dak. Mostly just for the Snowtrooper, though. The Cad Bane and Toto 360. The General Lando, which Wilbon had us put that one in. But great figure. This is, I'm blanking on his name, General Veers in his armor. And we have Darth Malgus, the Royal Guard, Admiral Akbar, the Death Watch Mandalorian, the new R2-D2, the Black Series, Glavis Ringworld Mandalorian, Chewbacca and C-3PO pack, and then we did have number 25, but I haven't updated it yet. It was Bespin Han Solo was our last episode,
Right.
So now we got to add one. And let's see.
I think I'm going to nominate, and obviously anyone watching right now, feel free to nominate stuff.
Yeah, nominate stuff in the chat.
I am going to nominate, in honor of the Mando and Grogu trailer, a figure that's been on my short list for a while, Zeb.
Zeb? All right. I'll go with, I'm trying to think of something that we've talked about a couple times that we haven't put in.
Mac also brings up the Bespin / Hoth Leia. I think if I had to choose, I might choose the Bespin Escape Leia. I really do like that figure. Globex says Wicket, also a figure on my short list. Hell Runner keeps saying Constable Zuvio. I don't know if you're joking or not, but honestly,
that's quite a
he's
long
a
shot on
he's
that.
a low key banger in my opinion. He's a good figure, and I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah,
Is
but
he in the movie? No, not
Hall of Fame
really.
worthy.
No, I admit, maybe not yet.
Yeah,
Maybe if we
I don't know
exhaust some
about that one.
options.
Yeah, maybe episode 243 of Black Series
Maybe.
Cantina.
I don't know.
I don't know what I'm gonna nominate. I'll go. We haven't done Darth Malik, have we?
We haven't done Darth Malik.
And he's so good. He's one of my favorite figures. So I'm going Darth Malik. That's one
Okay.
I'll throw in there.
All right. Make your case. Why Darth? Why?
The sculpted detail, especially when you take that mask off, all of that, messed up stuff underneath that part of the mask on his cheeks. It's the burnt up flesh. They did a really good job, especially with the paint detail on it, to bring the sculpt out. Articulation's really good. The armor is just a great overall figure. Up there with Malgus, in my opinion. So a lot of people like it better than Malgus, and Malgus is in. So
It's true. I mean, I did a review on him. I agree with all your points. He's a great figure. I said Zeb again. I think it's just a really good figure. It's a good alien. He's got a good size. His little bow staff caster blaster thing can converts into both modes, which I think is really cool. He's got good posability, great paint, looks fantastic. And I feel like I don't know if a lot of people slept on him or not, honestly, but I just think he's one of the best figures in the line. And even if you don't really like Rebels, like he just looks good. And I really do want a figure of him in that X-Wing, the New Republic X-Wing outfit. Oh, it looks so good.
We got to do freestyle battle.
Freestyle, let's go. No, I'm not doing freestyle. But
all right, so let's have chat decide between the two. Can we do a poll? Could we do a poll?
I don't know if we can do a poll or not.
I don't know how to do a poll.
I mean, we might be able to do a poll.
What do we have to go to YouTube? I don't know how to do it here on stream.
I don't even know. Well, that's a thing for next time. We'll think about it next time if it's an option.
We have one vote, Zeb. So if you're watching this, vote for the next Hall of Fame spot, Zeb or Darth Malik for the Black Series Cantina Hall of Fame. All right, 2-0 Zeb. All right. I'm not opposed to Zeb. Zeb's a great figure. It looks like Zeb's gonna win. What would we do? Like first to like 7 or something?
Let's do first to 7. That's a good option.
Something like that.
All right. So we're 3 Zeb, 1 Malik. 4 Zeb, 2 Malik.
Maybe we do first to 10. We're getting a lot of votes in now.
Yeah, the stream's catching up to the people.
Yeah, it is. Joby one does make a good point. Zeb deserves it based on age in the line. But Malik is so good, this is too hard. All right, we got to start counting now. Eight for Zeb so far. That's 8 for Zeb.
Malik said what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
5, 6, yeah. So 8-6 right now. That one doesn't count, Mark. The cat doesn't have a say. 8-6.
Your household only gets 1 vote for Malik. Your cat doesn't get a special vote.
Come on, people! I need you to log into your alts and type in Malik. Zach BS.
Honestly, I feel like either way, we both win. They're both good figures. Like I wouldn't be upset if Malik made it. Honestly.
Oh, that's crazy. It's 8-7 now.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Okay, so that's 9-6 now after Globex's one.
I think, no, Globex already voted. He doesn't count.
Oh,
it's a poster. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's still 8-6. Joby one said Zeb. Zeb already. I think I counted that. No, I didn't count that one. So it's 9-8. Or 9-6, sorry.
Tangy Fungus.
Okay, that's 10. Tangy Fungus.
That's 10.
All right.
Tangy Fungus in with the
Zeb
Zeb.
it is. Zeb's a great figure. I love Zeb.
Zeb's a great figure.
Zeb's a great one. So that will be number 26. Let me write this down so I don't forget about it, because I always have to text Mike and say,
Yep. What was
say,
last
hey,
week's? What did we do?
or I got to scroll through and try to find it. 26 Zeb. Alrighty. Well, I think that's going to do it for Black Series Cantina episode 94. A little different today. We kind of, we didn't plan on doing emails, but we had two. So
we had two. I feel like we had two. We got to do them.
Yeah, might as well get them in. So
please email us if you want us to answer any questions or just say hi to you on the thing. We like it, but if no one emails us, then we're not going to read them because there's nothing to read at that point.
Yep. So email us your opinions on the Star Wars Celebration reveals, and maybe like stuff like the movies and all that, and the shows that were revealed. BlackSeriesCantina@gmail.com. Mike, where can any new listeners or watchers find you across the socials?
Yeah, well, I've got a YouTube channel, Mike Case. Some people might already know that. Some people might not. I did just review Savage Press. I honestly don't know if I'm going to review any figures. I was gung-ho getting ready, but then this move is ramping up real fast. And okay, I didn't talk about this, but we had like a 5.2 earthquake here on like Monday or something. First of all, I've lived in Southern California. I've lived in San Diego since 1995. I've never experienced an earthquake that strong. It was legit scary because it doesn't stop. Like, I'm used to little shakes. You're like, oh, there's an earthquake. And then it stops. You're like, that was fun. Maybe a figure falls over. Usually not a big deal. But this, like, it just kept going and it kept getting worse and worse. And like figures were falling. And I'm like, I'm not going to die in my toy room. I'm not going to get crushed by toys in my toy room. So I literally bolted down the stairs as fast as I could. I ran outside. There's a school across the street from me. You could hear the kids screaming, like just absolutely terrified. But that did cause me to start packing my figures up because I could either pick them up and put them back on the shelf, or I could pick them up and pack them away. So that's what I chose to do. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing many reviews until I move. So there might be some silence from me on that, but man, what a week. That was crazy. But you can find me on my channel, Mike Case. You can find me on Instagram, Mike.Case. You can find me on Blue Sky, and you can find me on TikTok, where I don't really do a lot on TikTok either, honestly. Look, Lachlan, I'm also glad that I'm alive. But again, I've lived here since 1995. I've never experienced anything like that before. Like, even for me, I'm used to little shakes. Like, that was a lot.
Yeah, that seems big. 5.2.
Yeah, well, a lot of people were saying 6, and then it got downgraded to 5.2, which I guess feels it. There's a big difference between a 5.2 and a 6 because it's orders of magnitude. Like, it's not just a little bit stronger. It's like it has to be a lot stronger to get there.
Yeah. You can follow me on Instagram at Black Series Cantina, and then you can also follow my TikTok at Star Wars Black Series. I just got over, I think I'm at 25.6 thousand now, so we're on the push to 26,000. So go follow me over there. I posted the Mandalorian trailer, the leaked one, and I got in trouble. Disney put not only did they put an IP strike on it, they put a copyright claim.
Oh man.
And they disqualified it for if it would have got by though, I would have got so much money. It was 3 hours in and had like 5,500 likes. Like that, I could have retired. Like that would have been great, but they got me. But I'm just trying to spread the word, like let people see the trailer. I'm just trying to be a good Star Wars.
You're on a mission from
neighbor.
God. Right.
Exactly. I'm just trying to help people out who didn't get to see it.
Which is most people.
Which is most people because they decided not to show it for some reason. Follow the podcast on Twitter. We don't really use it, but it's at TBS Cantina if we ever decide to start using it. Join our Facebook group. It's Black Series Cantina. You do have to answer 2 questions, but it's a pretty good community on there. If you are in the other Facebook groups that kind of suck, you definitely want to join that one because that's where we give most of the updates about the show and all that. Black Series Cantina patreon.com/Black Series Cantina. go support us on there if you appreciate what we do, and if you want to support us that way. We have a tier for every budget: $2, $5, $11.38, which is the normal join live tier. And then we have a VIP tier you can join if you want to hang out with us on a monthly occasion and just
Also
chat
be
about
part of our
figures, Star
super
Wars.
special secret chat that only VIP members are part of.
Yes, that is true. And then if you are watching us right now and you've never listened to an episode, or this is your first time hearing us, we're normally an audio podcast. You can subscribe to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, literally any podcast feed, app. You can access Black Series Cantina, listen to us in your car, listen to us at work, doing chores around the house, whatever, however you take in podcasts. Tune in every other week. And every other weekend we drop an episode. We record every other Thursday usually. Just depends on what we have going on. Sometimes we'll do Wednesday or Friday if we have something. But every other Saturday we usually drop an episode and talk about Black Series and things going on in the figure world that we're both interested in. And then, like Mike mentioned, email us blackseriescantina@gmail.com. And we'll be back in 2 weeks for May the 4th coverage. Just depends. We don't know the date right now, so stay tuned on our Facebook page and Instagram for updates on that.
Yeah. And we'll see you later. Bye.